Welcome to this video. Myself, Mr. D.K. Lakhe, working as a lecturer in Electrical Engineering Department. Today, we're going to learn the topic Energy Audit from the unit number Energy Audit of Electrical Installation System. So, after completing this topic, all you are able to understand. So, before starting the actual session, we'll see the introduction. So, energy audit is the key to systematic approach for the decision making in the area of energy management. So, it attempts to balance the total energy input with its use and serve to identify all the energy streams in a facility. So, it quantifies energy uses according to its discrete function. Industrial energy audit is an effective tool in defining the pursuing the comprehensive energy management system. Then we'll see the definition of energy audit as per the Energy Conservation Act 2001. So it states that the energy audit is defined as the verification, monitoring and analysis of use of energy, including submission of technical report containing the recommendations for improving energy efficiency with cost benefit analysis and action plan to reduce energy consumption. Then we'll see the type of energy audit are. The type of energy audit are depends upon the function and type of industry, depth to which the financial audit is needed, and potential and magnitude of the cost reduction desired. Thus, the energy audit can be classified into two following types, that is the preliminary audit and detailed audit. So, in the preliminary audit, we'll see the methodology, that is the preliminary audit is the relatively quick exercise to the establish energy consumption in the organization, estimate the scope for the saving, then identify the most likely and easiest area of attention, then identify the immediate or especially no or low cost saving or improvement, then set a reference value, identify areas for more detailed study and measurement. So basically preliminary energy audit uses the existing or easily obtained data. In the detailed audit, which consists of the comprehensive energy audit, which provide detailed energy project implementation plan for the facility, since it evaluate all the major energy use system. Then we'll see this type of audit will offer the most accurate estimations of energy saving and cost. So it is consider the interactive effort of all the projects account for the energy uses of all major equipment. So this detailed audit will carry out in three phases, that is the phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. So in the phase 1, which is known as the pre-audit phase, second is the audit phase and third one is our post-audit phase. Now we'll see the detailed audit in detail, that is the which involves the collection of information, energy consumption, material balance data, energy cost and tariff data. So these are the different steps to be involved for the energy audit in the detailed structure. So in the pre-audit phase, that is the step 1, the planned and organized walkthrough audit and informal interview with the energy manager, production plant manager and others. So the purpose of this step is or the purpose of this activity is that the resource planning, established and organized energy audit team, organize instruments and time frame for designing your audit structure, then familiarization of the process and plant activities, and first-hand observation and assessment of current level operation and practices. So in the step 2, we're going to conduct the brief meeting and awareness program with the all division heads and person concerned for the 2 to 3 hours. So the purpose behind that, the building of the cooperation, issue the questionnaires for the each department and orientations awareness creation. In the phase 3, this is the phase 2, we have audit phase, which consists of the step 3, the preliminary data gathering, the process flow diagrams and energy utility diagram. So the purpose behind that, the historic data collection, baseline data collection, and we are going to prepare the process flow diagram. So all services, utilities, service diagrams, all these, then design and operation data, schedule data, annual energy billing, energy consumption patterns. So all this data is to be gathered in this step 3. Then in the step 4, we are going to conduct the survey and monitoring. So the purpose behind that, the measurement, motor survey, insulation, lightning survey with the portable instrument for the collection of more and accurate data. So this will help us to identify where it is the more energy consumption is there, or where we can provide the appropriate solution. Then in the step 5, we are going to conduct the detailed trial or experiments for the selected energy guzzlers. So for this purpose or experiment, a 24-hour power monitoring, that is the maximum demand, power factor and kilowatt hour, is to be monitored. Then we are going to observe the load variation trends in the pumps, fans and compressor. Even if boiler efficiency and trial is for the 4 to 8 hours is to be taken. So all these are the purpose behind this conduction of detailed trial. Then analysis of energy use is to be prepared in this step 6. So this help us to find out the energy and material balance and the energy loss waste analysis. Then in the step 7, we are going to identification and development of energy conservation opportunities where we can save the electricity. So basically the purpose behind that, the identification and consolidations of the in-count measurements, conceive, develop and refine the ideas, even if we can review the previous ideas suggested by the energy auditor if any. Then in the step 8, we are going to see the cost benefit analysis, which includes, or the purpose behind that, the assess technical feasibility, economic viability and prioritizations of the in-count options for the implementation. Okay, so in the next step 9, we are going to reporting and presentation the top management. So the purpose behind that, the documentation and report presentations to the top management help us to or they are going to guide us where we can provide the proper solution. In the last step, that is the phase 3, we also call as the post audit phase. In this step 10, we are going to implement and follow up. So what it means, whatever is the suggestion given by the energy auditor and energy auditor team, so it should be implemented or not, and follow up should be taken. The purpose behind that, the assist and implement the energy conservation devices and recommendation measures and monitoring for the performance. So for that purpose, we are going to prepare the action plan schedule for the implementation. Even if the periodical review is to be taken, at the same time we are going to take the follow up. So technical economic feasibilities when we are going to consider, so one picture come in mind that, so the calculation for the energy efficiency measurement, so we are going to measure the payback period. So for that payback period, we need to understand the 3 terminology, that is the investment, annual operating cost and annual saving. So investment is nothing but the equipment, civil work, or even if instrumentation and auxiliaries which is to be required for the preparation of any plant. Then annual operating cost include the capital cost, maintenance cost, manpower and energy depreciation. So annual saving which include in terms of raw material, waste disposal, electrical energy. So with the help of this formula, we have the net saving is equal net saving per year, which is nothing but your annual saving minus annual operating cost. So whatever is the result will be obtained, which is to be utilized for this payback period calculation. So payback period is nothing but the investment, that is the investment divided by this the net saving per year multiply by 12. So which gives us the payback period in the month. So thank you.